Yo, 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 good morning. Let me get to the intro straight to it and let me bring KQ up so we can talk this boxing. G5, drop that beat on him one time. Let's get it, man.
KO the Vasyl. We lit tonight. Y'all come through, man. Y'all know how we gonna show up and show out. See y'all all in the building.
All right, what's good with y'all, man? Let me get the OG up here first. Let me turn my camera on. There we go. Let me get the OG up here. There he go. KQ, what's up with it, brother?
Hey, what's going on, man? How you feel?
Oh man, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling better than how your voice sound. You called the hell out them fights last night. Now you ain't got your voice no more, man. You ready
Yes,
to
sir,
get to it,
man.
bro?
Yes, sir. We had a good night, not night. We had a good all day of boxing.
Yeah, we got so
From
much shit
about
to
1
cover,
o'clock
man.
all the way to 12 o'clock, baby, man. Oh, man.
Hey, they already in the chat going at it over Devin Haney, man.
Oh, baby.
Hey,
Wow. Wow.
there's a lot of emotions going on around this month. We can't
Man,
wait
you
to
got to
talk
get
about
credit where credit is due, though. You got to get credit where
Yeah,
credit's due.
yeah, that's
It's only
100%
boxing,
fact.
baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's only boxing. A lot of people emotionally invested in the outcome of that fight. You could tell, man. Let me see who we got in the building, and we're gonna get straight to it, man. We got
All right.
Bobby Jackson in the building. What's good? Some Rando in the building. D1, what's popping with you? Cash Sports in the building. Edward Plex, Mike Mizik, D Smith, Thomas Hill, Madriman, what up with it? My Uncle Jerry's finest, what's popping with you? Stringer from above, Tory. I Karma 123, what's happening with you, man? Jelly Bean, what's good with it, Jelly Bean? Kevin Rice, what's popping, Kevin? Dude, get on there. Todd Swindle, what's good with you, Todd? I see you, bro. Salute to you. We got Thrill Hill in the building. We got God Self, what's good? Ratchet since 91. I see you, bro. Curtis E. Well done slid through. What's up with it, Curtis? We got Teach in the building. We got who else we got? We got Dominic Jackson in the building. We got Rodzilla. What's up with it? My wife done slid through. What's up, baby? Good morning to you. Stefan in the building. What's up with it? Quiet Elliott. Boss Dog, what's good with you, bro? Shot Town's finest, what up? JC, what's good with you? What's good with you? Let me see who else we got in the building. Oz Boxing 22, what's up with it? Mo G, what's happening? I be who I be, what's up with it, bro? Smash the like button as y'all come in here. 95 people and 47 likes. Y'all run them likes up, man. I
Yes,
know
sir.
it's
Run 'em
early.
up.
Wipe the
Run 'em
book
up.
out, y'all. Hit the like button, man. Terry W, what's good with you? Andrew Gray in the building. Edgar Chavez, the homie. What up with it, bro? What's good with it, Edgar? We got Marquis in the building. Big Say So, what up? To my brother Buck 50. Who else we got, man? Well, we got Javon in the building, Cassandra. Um, and I think that's about it. Oh, Sleepless JR, I see you sliding through late. We got Evil VXX, YGB 22, Land of the 216, Ring Kings Podcast, Search Hemi, my brother Real Marlo TV. What up, bro? Salute to you. Just Boxing NBA D Nice. And I think and Jay in the building, Dante Russell, and Albert Doughty, Johnny Q, D Free in the building, Young World. I see all y'all, bro. Smash the like button. We got 111 people in the building. We got
Okay, all right,
111 people in the building. Y'all
all
be sure
right.
to hit the like button, man. We got 64 likes. I need the likes up over 100. I'm gonna keep asking y'all that until it get done. We're gonna get to it. But when I look back, let's make sure the likes are over 100, man. Once we get through breaking down this first fight, let's get to it because we know what everybody here for. But we got to talk about a few other things first before we get to the main topic. Katie Taylor took an L yesterday, OG. She took an
Yeah.
L. Chantel Cameron was able to go into Ireland and beat her in her own backyard. What you got
Mhm.
on that fight? And what's next for Katie Taylor, man? What you got on the Taylor and Chantel Cameron fight?
Well, first of all, Katie Taylor, I think what's next for her is pretty much maybe a couple more fights, and I think she's going to head into retirement. She tried to be undisputed twice. Okay, that didn't happen. So she lost the belts and lost her belt that she had, but she still is an undisputed champion, and she will go down in history as one of the women that's being undisputed. So I mean, she did herself a great service. She made a great living. She has a gym. She worked with young people. She does great for the community, But last night, yesterday afternoon, Chantel Cameron, she was just right there, and she was throwing it straight right. She was the boxer, while Katie Taylor was trying to be the brawler. All right, that's what it was. Now, Katie Taylor, when she throws one punch at a time. Now, what she have to do, Katie Taylor, is she has to throw combinations, and sometimes she do combination when she's behind or at the end of the last half of the fight. So she'd throw one, get out. Then she throw one and get out. Then she go 1, 2 and get out. And she does have fast hands, but it's only 1 or 2 and she get out. She got to start throwing in combinations, but that's what Cameron did. She threw in combinations. She was going to the liver upstairs and downstairs. She was throwing at least 3 pieces or more. And that pretty much was wearing Taylor out. If you look at Katie Taylor, as I told the chat, as I was calling the fight, her mouth was wide open. She was breathing through her mouth, and she looked like she was tired, all right, because them body shots were weighing on her. And that was on camera. She stood there with her toe to toe. Now, normal Katie Taylor used to people bagging out while she come forward, or she'd be on the back foot. But still, in all, I mean, she still did a great job, but Cameron did a better job. So she came with the straight right, and she came with the left hook, and she came behind the jab. Textbook science, and that's all it was. Textbook science, and she came out with the win. So she went in her backyard and took her belts. And now, and hey, my hats go off to both women, really, because it was a damn good fight. I mean, I take my hat off to him. But I thought Katie Taylor was going to show us a little bit more. But now you can see the age. You can see the age and all the fights she had. Remember, Katie Taylor don't have no easy fights. They all rock 'em, sock 'em type fights. So that aged you a lot. That aged you a lot in your profession. So that's what we saw yesterday. It's now slowing her down, slowly but surely. And that's what she's doing. And that's what I saw yesterday.
Yeah, man. And before I give my take, y'all, we up to 90, 153 people in the building. No, let's get up over to 100 real quick, and then I can go ahead and give my take on that fight real quick. We got 93. Y'all get us up to 100 real quick. It's 155 people in the building. Let's keep running them likes up so we can get as many people in here for the morning after show as we possibly can. The best way to do that is to run the likes up. If you can't hit the super chat, if you can't hit the cash app, we can run them likes up and y'all rock with your boys heavy because we already up to 107. I appreciate y'all. Now, Katie Taylor and Chantel Cameron, I thought it was very, very good what Chantel Cameron was able to do because Katie Taylor can't fight off her back foot. and Chantel Cameron made it a point to push her back the
Uh-huh.
entire fight. She worked back behind her jab, and she said it going into the fight when I just didn't know if she could do it or not. But she said it. I'm gonna push her back. I'm the bigger woman. I'm gonna outwork her, and I'm gonna show her that I'm stronger than her, and make her fight going backwards the whole time. And she did just that. And so the way that she was able to do that, Katie Taylor felt her strength early. And that's why Katie Taylor, she was on that lateral movement and moving around, and she wasn't trying to sit down with Chantel Cameron at all. And when she did, yes, Katie Taylor would do her little flurry shit, or she would throw the 1-2 and a left hook and shit, and she had some good counter shots in there, but she wasn't affecting Chantel Cameron. When Chantel Cameron hit her, that head was popping back. She had to get on a bicycle. She would clinch over like that when Cameron would throw that left hook down to the body. So Cameron just imposed her will on her. And I had doubts about it going in because it was in Ireland, but Chantel Cameron showed good young fighter, good small fighter versus a good big fighter in age and shit. The younger fighter was able to prevail in that fight, and I'm just glad that the judges got it right in that fight, because them
Mhm.
scorecards was much closer than the actual fight. In my personal opinion, I
Mhm.
thought that I thought that Cameron won the fight clearly, damn near almost every round, like 98-92 at worst. But one judge had the nerve to score the goddamn draw, and then the other judges just scored it 96-94 in her favor for a majority decision. Um, that's the type of scores I expected in the last fight that we're gonna talk about, the Haney and Loma fight, because that one right there, the Chantel Cameron and Katie Taylor fight, OG, that
Mhm.
shit was much wider. That shit was not as close as they tried to make it seem like it was. True Native 401, Tay Tay, what's up with y'all? God self, I see you. C Wood, what up? Um, so yeah, man, I thought Chantel Cameron stayed undisputed at 140 pounds and did what she had to do to get that victory. But what do you think is next for Katie Taylor? Because she still is undisputed. She still got all the belts at 135. Kind of one of those things like Canelo Alvarez. She moved up to 140. She lost, but now she can go back down to 135 where she's still undefeated and she's still the queen of that division. What do you think is next for her? You think she's gonna fight again? You think she retiring soon? Was this her last little hoorah? What you think's next for Katie Taylor, man?
Well, basically, like I said, I think Kaylee Taylor, maybe fight a couple more fights, and I think she's gonna call it, quit. She's 35, but remember, she's 35, but she's like a older 35
Yeah.
because she had a lot of tough fights, and then she made it tough. It just didn't when she wasn't fighting her opponent, but she drew her opponent into fighting her style, and that's what Katie Taylor is good at. She makes you fight her fight. And that's what
Mm,
she did. She always have done that in her whole career. And now she is working with like I said, the community. She has a gym. She's working with her family, her sister. They boxing, so she does a lot for the community. And I see her maybe going with another one or two more fights and then, wave it goodbye. Right? So it's a lot of good up and coming fighters coming out of Ireland, coming out that whole UK area. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Her going in the history books and
mhm.
calling it quits.
Yeah, I
So
couldn't agree with you more. Maybe one or two more fights, and I seen
right,
somebody. I think it was Teach. It skipped on me, but I think it was Teach said that she wanted a rematch with Chantel Cameron. She need to leave Chantel Cameron alone. She
yes,
too big for her, too strong for her, and it'll be worse this time because now Chantel Cameron ain't gonna respect her at all. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
It ain't gonna be no respect in the next fight, and she could beat her up even worse and possibly stop her. I would say if it's gonna be one more, she just need to go back down to 135 and go ahead and do that rematch with Amanda Serrano. That's gonna get her the
Yeah,
most money.
yeah.
That's gonna be the biggest fight that she could possibly make. And
Hmm.
her and Amanda Serrano go ahead and settle that, get that shit done, and win, lose, or draw. She need to go ahead and find a way out because of her style. OG, she take a lot of shots. Like she done won every fight except this one, but she be in close ass fights because she be getting hit too, and she
Yeah,
get hit a lot. Katie Taylor, like. She,
yeah,
I just, like, and it's getting to that point, and you could see it, like you said in this fight, where it was like, bro, you kind of getting beat on now. You to the point where you just ain't got no defense no more. Like you might need
yeah,
to think about sitting down. So I'm with you, man. Maybe one or two
yeah.
more fights, and I would say one more. go ahead and have get the biggest fight possible with Amanda Serrano. I'm sure she'll come to Ireland for the bread, get you one more fight in front of your hometown crowd. I'm sure they'll put on a great performance, and then they need to just, have her move on from the sport. Rock Bottom, Mike Rom, King D, Be More 2, BK, Dodge J. What's up to everybody in the building? Y'all hit the
Man,
like button as you come in, man. You
man,
got anything
Cameron,
else on that?
yeah, Cameron hit her with a left check hook, man, and knocked her hair loose, man. So,
Yeah, hey, that braid got the swinging and shit. I like,
I know.
God damn.
Did she hit
Hey,
her
the women
again?
boxers need to have motherfucking beauticians in the corner just in case she get out of place, bro. Her shit was just bouncing and shit. I'm like,
Man,
damn, she knocked
yeah.
your motherfucking braid loose around this
Man,
bitch. God
it
damn.
took 2 rounds to go get some tape or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah,
Right? Man, she hit
yeah,
her again,
man.
and man, it was dangling.
God damn. Well, let's go ahead and move to the top ranked card, man. It was some fights on the undercard that I gotta talk to you about, man. Well, really just one before we get to
I
the main.
missed Abdullah Mason. I missed that
You
one, man.
missed it?
Yes. Man,
Oh
I'm sorry.
man.
Man.
How you gonna
Oh,
miss my boy, man?
man. Man, I was so mad.
Well,
I
nah,
said,
cause he fought during the Katie Taylor fight. That's why you
oh,
missed
okay.
it. He
Oh, okay.
fought like when Katie Taylor and Chantel Cameron, they was in like round 8 or 9. That's when Abdullah Mason started.
Okay.
So
Now,
so I
somebody told me
I
starting
had
it.
I had
Right.
them up on the big screen. I hurried up and I pulled Abdullah Mason up on my laptop because your nephew, my homie BF, he was at the fight. And so
Right.
I had him text me when Abdullah Mason was walking out. He hit me up
Okay.
and let me know he was walking out, and so I hurried up and turned it to the top ranked card. But just real quick, since you ain't see it, I talk about it. He did what we expected him to do, and I suggest you go back and watch it on ESPN Plus.
Oh, I
He
will.
fought,
Yeah.
yeah, he fought behind the way that he was able to use his jab, OG, and just break a dude down. Like it was one of them ones where he was in there with a fighter and Lions didn't want to go nowhere, OG, if you can imagine. He was there to be tough. He was on his Juan Carlos Burgo shit. Like I know I'm not gonna win, but I'm gonna be tough. I'm not getting knocked out, and I'm here to stay. Well, Abdullah Mason said, I don't care, and he broke him down in 6 rounds and stopped him in the 6th round. I'm talking about the dude didn't want to go somewhere so bad. Abdullah Mason with a jab messed up both his eyes,
Wow.
did both his eyes dirty, and then what he did real smart is when he started hurting him, he just kept digging to his body, OG, just digging to it over and over again until the ref just stopped the fight. It was a great performance because he was in there with somebody that didn't want to go nowhere, but he made him go somewhere, and it was wonderful. So I know you ain't got nothing on it since you ain't watched it yet, but
Yeah.
it'll be a great
Yeah. You know what?
watch. It'll be a
You
great
know what?
watch, man.
One of my subscribers, Harrison, he was saying that, hey, top rank starting right now. And I said, well, we know we in the Katie Taylor fight, we're gonna ride this on out, and then we're gonna go over,
Yeah.
and that's probably when he was fighting, So
Gotcha.
wow.
Gotcha. Yeah,
So
it was fire, man. That
right.
one was good. And did you see Lil Vargas? Did you get to see Emiliano Vargas?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
yeah.
saw,
Talk to the people about that one real quick since you was able to see that one. We'll just talk
yeah,
about that undercard fight. Cause I thought he looked good too.
yeah. Vargas looked good. Vargas textbook style. I mean, the young man that he was fighting, well, the older man looked like he was fighting. He was very awkward, but still, Vargas walked him down, and Vargas kept hitting him with that left hook, and he had that left hook right on time. He was timing him with that left hook. But Vargas kind of textbook, not really in a rush. He takes his time. He think about what punches he want to throw, and he goes out there and he throws. He's not a wild type puncher. He doesn't throw wild. He throws straight punches, and he pretty much, it was textbook science for him, and I'm happy. He's only 19 years of age. He's only 19. So I mean, I'm glad for him. I think a little more work, a little more rounds he get. I think he'll be a great fighter in another year or two. So I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Vargas, man, I mean, he had all the tools right yesterday. I mean, it's not too much I can say about it, but one thing I can say that he's on his way to being a great fighter, and now he
Yeah.
got a great teacher, his father, Fernando. But still, he don't fight like his father. He's got a calm type of way of throwing his punches, and he's always working behind the jab. So basically that's all I got on that fight, really.
Yeah, yeah.
Vargas, he was fighting and walking him down and backing him up and using the jab also. So
You know
so
what
that
I
basically
noticed? You know what I think it is, OG, because I think you hit the nail on the head with Vargas. I think his father is doing a good job of realizing what he did wrong in his own career, and he's training his son in a way to where you gonna be patient, you gonna dig to the body, you gonna stick to your skills. You're not gonna come out and try to do what I did and just be fight off of talent, fight off emotion, and just try to put on the show. You gonna dig to the body. You're gonna use your counter punching ability and your length, and you're gonna fight smart. And I think he's learned he's using his own mistakes to make his son better. And I think that's gonna be a problem for years to come. Because as you said, he's only 19 years old
yeah,
and he
yeah,
looks super talented. He's
yeah,
long, he's lanky. Looks like he got just natural power without trying to have power because he's just throwing to the body, throwing that check left hook, and he just hurting guys. Like it don't look like he loading up. You know how some power punches look like they loading up on their shot, and you can
right,
tell like they, they
right,
trying to hit hard. He just throwing his shots, and
yeah,
it's just landing, bro. It's just landing and it's hurting people. So,
right.
I thought it was a great performance from him as well. Crush, I see
Me
you,
too.
Bunton, South D Town, Jay Simon, Perez. What's up to everybody in the building? Y'all hit the like
Right.
button. Go ahead, OG. What else you got?
Oh no, I was just saying, yeah, I see that too. Vargas taking his time, and I think he's gonna be a great fighter. But see, I don't know now. This is the thing about it. He did start off pretty. I'm not gonna say slow, because he pretty much got it started pretty fast. Starting off right with the jab. But now once he get older, he gonna get smarter. He gonna start getting smarter and be able to read the defense, read the offense of his opponent. And I think he's gonna get, if he stays like that, but sharpen his tools, I think he's gonna be a great fighter. That's what I think. He was in shape. He was in great shape, and like I said, he's young and very disciplined. So that's a great fighter. It don't matter what
Mhm.
color he is a definitely a great fighter. So now he got a lot of time left to improve. And that's one thing a lot of fighters don't have, time. And he has a lot of time. He's only 19. So he's
Mhm.
not even 21 yet. So he has nothing but time. And I think he's
Yeah,
gonna get
time on
better
his
and
side.
better.
Time
Yeah.
on his side for sure. And he over at the
Yeah.
right place to keep his ass active. Top Rank get him about 4-5 fights a year.
There you
He gonna
go.
be hey OG. He gonna be 21 years old, be 20-0 with 18 knockouts.
That's right. Yes,
Hey,
sir.
he gonna be 21 years old. He gonna have 20 knockouts around this motherfucker, man.
Yes, sir.
They have about 20-25 fights. Shout out David Williams coming through early, heavy, bro, with the $50 in the super chat. I appreciate you, bro. He said, regarding Devin and Loma fight, champ side got it right. Judges don't cheat for black fighters. Already. Salute to you, David Williams, with that super chat. I appreciate you. Akio Neater, salute to you, bro. Now look, bro. Let's get to the main card. I gotta first talk about this young man, Raymond Muratalla. I want to do that fight first. Raymond Muratalla versus Jeremiah Nakathila.
Yes.
Muratalla went in there and said, "Hey, Shakur Stevenson, hold my beer." You know what I'm saying? You went 12 rounds with this dude. Let me show you how you supposed to do this, dude, man. And then he went
Right.
in there and put on a wonderful performance, man. What did you think of the Raymond Muratalla and Jeremiah Nakathila fight, man?
Well, I think Nakathila was doing great. All right. I think he was doing great at first. He was working the jab. He was counter punching. And
Mm-hmm.
now Natello, I think he got a little wild. All right. I think he was too anxious. He was swinging and he was missing, swinging and missing. But then he started getting his timing down. Why? Because he was aggressive. All right. He was aggressive. He was pushing Nakathila back. He was pushing him back and back and back and throwing while he's pushing him back. And Nakathila didn't want that aggression on him. He was trying to get out the way and throw punches and counter punches to get him off of him. But Nakathila kept on pushing. He kept on pushing him back. He kept on pushing him back. And then, next you know, he let his hands go. Now, of course, he threw maybe, let's say, 8 punches, but he landed maybe 6. He maybe landed 5. So you throw a lot of punches, you're going to bound to land 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 of them. And that's what he did. He backed up Nakathila, and Nakathila pretty much went on the back foot. Now, they brought him right back to the center of the ring, And once again, he jumped on him again. He backed him up again to the turnbuckle. And then that's when he let his hands go because he had a longer reach and he is a longer fighter. And he would start tagging Nakadea. He started tagging him in the corner. And man, he hit it right on the head too. And the referee stopped the fight because now I will say this now. I think that they could have went and let the fight go on a little longer. I think that was a premature stoppage because I don't think Nakadea was hurt that much, but he did get hit with a 1, a 2, and maybe a 3-piece. He did get hit with that, but he wasn't hurt. They could have kept that fight going, but that's the only problem I had. That was a premature stoppage, but I think Nakadea could have went on, but it just the end was inevitable. The end was coming
Yeah.
sooner than later. So that's all.
I mean, what I liked about it is Raymond Muratalla. It was only like a round and a half, but
right.
He was aware. You could tell he had a game plan. He took Nakatila's right hand away. Nakatila tried to land it a couple of times, and you could tell Muratalla was ready for it. He was always turning with it, always hopping back. His up jab worked nicely, in my opinion. He set the big right that hurt him. He set it up by looking low and then coming high. He just did a lot of little things with his footwork and his ability to get in and out of range, how fluid he is. Raymond Muratalla is a problem, man. Like Raymond Muratalla can fight. They done moved him up the right way. Top Rank done developed him the right way, and and the way that he was just able to this is the same Nakatila that Shakur Stevenson used the most lateral movement that we ever seen him move in order for him to beat Nakatila. The same Nakatila that went in there and just dismantled Miguel Burchell. Raymond Muratalla made him look like some journeyman, bro. Like he made him look like he was some journeyman that you give somebody to in their first 5 or 6 fights and just got him out of there like with no damage. It's and the key to me is OG is that when a guy can hurt you and it don't even look like he trying to hurt you, he just boxing. So he just boxing to his strengths and trying to outbox you, and then he just throw a regular check left hook or a regular right hand, and now you dazed, and then he can just jump on you like that. To me, that's some shit to worry about because that's some shit that can carry you because now you can just box and hurt guys. You ain't got to try to hurt them. So it was I was very impressed with Raymond Muratalla, and I'm ready. He 18-0 now, OG, with 15 knockouts. It's time for him to get somebody, bro. It's time for him to get an opportunity. I ain't saying that Devin. We all know we want Devin to fight Tank next. If he gonna stay at 135, we'll talk about that later on in the show. But it's time for him to fight a good name. Fight a good name and a big name because he deserved that. Now he went in there on that Haney and Loma undercard on the biggest stage and performed like that.
Right.
Yeah, bro.
He got Robert Garcia in his corner too. Yeah.
Yeah, he at the Garcia gym. So he down there at them lower weight classes at the Garcia gym. Shit, he getting a lot of good sparring too. And you can tell because they got a camp full of dogs over there. So
most definitely.
So I'm excited for that. But the next one on the card, man. This Japanese dude, I told y'all about old Junto, man. I told y'all about Junto Nakatani, man. Junto Nakatani. Hey, he did Andrew Maloney dirty, bro. The whole fight, man. What you think of that fight, bro?
Wow. Man, I called the hell out that fight because I was so excited like a kid in a candy store, right? Because, man, Nakatani, man, he came in there, and Maloney came in there and trying to force his will on him. I mean, everything he threw was hard, but Nakatani kept his composure, and then Nakatani pretty much fought his fight. Then here come Maloney, putting that head in that chest and backing him up towards the ropes. And then here come Nakatani with the straight left uppercut, and it landed big time. So I mean, hey, Nakatani, man, he was on point last night. And Nakatani, I mean, he's a dog. He is a dog. And then there go the straight left, right? No, not the straight left that ended the fight. That was the straight left, and it barely got there, but it still knocked him down. But that comes from what? Body shots. That comes from working, jockeying for position. That tired Maloney out. All right. And Maloney still was trying to come in. Now, the thing about Maloney is, and this is not a lot of guys, but some guys, they wear the earmuffs. They wear the earmuffs and they wham, wham, wham till they get close, close, close. Then they form a fire. But by that time, that gonna knock your time and working the body, working the left and right liver, baby, and going downstairs. Then by the time you let that earmuff go, baby, man, you already got hit once or twice. Some people just can't go in there and drop them before they come in and hit it. They keep the earmuffs up. All right, trying to protect that head and that jaw. But Tommy, once again, he was kind of much spinning Maloney putting that head in the chest and pushing him back with the head. Of course, it was a accidental headbutt because of that. But Maloney, man, he did him dirty, baby, by backing him up. And then Maloney on the back foot once again. Maloney was going straight forward. But now Nakatomi had the left hand and he was ready to throw it. He threw it with the uppercut, breaking the guard, breaking the earmuffs, and going right through it. And so Nakatomi, I think he's gonna be a big problem down the line. And now, of course, one thing about it is now Maloney, where he go from here? Now Maloney got a good whooping last night. He got a good ass whooping last night. But Nakatomi pretty much showed who he was made of. All right. Now he only had one little cut. But you can see there wasn't a lot of power in Maloney. Now Maloney was pretty much doing the I'm not gonna say dirty tricks, but he was trying to do everything. When you start trying everything, then that means you ran out of ideas. You ran out of ideas. When the game plan ain't working, then you gotta do whatever you can do. But Nakatomi was ready for every step of the way. But I like the fight. I was excited about the fight. And Nakatomi, man, he is a problem. I would love to see him fight again. That's about my second time seeing him fight. So man, I gotta see him fight more often. Matter of fact, I think I might go back and watch his old fights.
Oh yeah, he nasty. He nasty. I told and when I did the prediction, I told people, man, he's the only person from 115 down right now since Monster Innovator moved up to 122. He the only one. If he get announced to fight Jesse Bam Rodriguez, that'll make me nervous, bro.
Wow.
Junto Nakatani, nasty, man. Shout out to Matayo L with the $10 in super chat. It's because what it is, OG, he down there at them lower weight classes, but he fights so long. He long and he rangy and he know how to put that lead hand out there, and he got that wire. Don't nobody get me. Don't misconstrue what I'm saying. But you know how Thomas Hitman Hearns had that sharp, long, wiry power where it's just like, bro, you skinny. How do you hit so hard? Being this, he's kind of like this. Like, bro, you 115 pounds. Okay, you skinny. Why are you just busting dudes up like you're not supposed to be this powerful? He got that whipping crazy, you know what I'm saying? That left hand, and then the uppercuts he was hitting them with on the inside.
Yeah, oh man,
nasty, bro. He was doing Maloney dirty, like he dropped him in the second round. Then later on in the fight, he caught him with a left hand. The left hand was so hard. Maloney was trying to stay up, but he just slowly fell backwards from that straight left. It was like, bro, that shit just.
And that was a straight left. Hard, that was a straight textbook left hand. Wow.
Yeah, but I love how Junto Nakatani was able to just be comfortable wherever the fight took him. Like when Maloney didn't get inside without having to go through the fire, but when he did get inside, Nakatani was willing to fight with him right there. You know what I'm saying? He was willing to fight with him. Hey, I'll throw uppercuts with you. I'll throw hooks with you. We can bang on the inside. Then when he got him back out to a distance. Shit, he didn't even have a chance, bro. Like Maloney had no shot from distance. He wasn't coming in off of feints. His head movement wasn't that good. He didn't jab his way in. He was just taking shots on the way in, and he ended up breaking down. And that knockout in the 12th round, man.
Ooh, man.
It's only May, but that's gonna be hard to beat for knockout of the year. I'm just telling y'all, when we do our end of the year KO awards, man.
Right.
I mean, I don't know who's gonna beat him for knockout of the year, man. The way that he dropped that head, took that head off the line and threw that overhand left in. Bro, he hit. I want everybody to go back. OG, if you watch the replay, he hit Maloney so hard, he made Maloney hit himself, bro. He hit him so hard with the left hand. He was on his way down. He punched himself, bro. Like
I missed that one, man. Okay. I missed that one, man.
You missed the knot. You was calling the fight.
No. I'm talking about you said that he made him hit himself.
Oh yeah,
right?
he made him hit himself. You gotta go watch it, man. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
cause Maloney was trying to throw with him, but when he got hit and he was out on his feet, he punched himself in the jaw too. I was like, God
Oh
damn,
damn! I
you
mean,
man,
man,
you made it, man, punch
man,
himself in the goddamn
man, I
jaw,
wasn't
bro.
running
Come
my
on.
mouth for that one. I wasn't running my mouth for that one, man. Damn.
Yeah, bro. It was nasty, bro.
Man.
That's KO of the year. I don't care what y'all tell me, man. That was KO of the year. Now, this next fight was entertaining too, but the card was so good up to this point. When you look at Abdullah Mason, Muratalla, you see what Junto Nakatani did. The Oscar
Uh,
Valdez Adam Lopez fight, it was a good fight, but it was kind of a letdown. Like it was okay, you know what I mean? But it was one of those fights where it was like, damn, y'all got me like coming off the Nakatani knockout. It's like I'm all the way up here. And then Adam Lopez and Oscar Valdez kind of brought me down here, but then Haney and Loma brought me back up again. But what you got on the Oscar Valdez and Adam Lopez fight, the rematch that they had, man?
now, okay, they gave the nod to Valdez, okay,
Yeah, yeah,
but I think Adam Lopez. I mean, I think he did a great job. Now, some people say that he was doing nothing but pity patting and stuff like that, but I think he was showing great lateral movement. I think he was showing great in and out. I think he was hitting and moving. He wasn't staying still. He wasn't a target for Valdez. Because Valdez, remember, he wearing the earmuffs too. He's coming in. And then he let over the overhand right go. And he was throwing with mean intentions. He was throwing everything hard. Everything was hard. He was trying to knock his block off. But there go Lopez again. Lopez back on the back foot. He's back on the front foot. Hell, he's back on a good foot. And that's what Lopez was doing. He was confusing on Valdez, or pretty much he was having Valdez chasing him all over the ring. Now, Valdez did cut off the ring, but once he got set, man, there go Lopez. He back on that horse, baby. He back on that trail. He back going to the left. He back going to the right. And then another thing that Lopez was pretty much had Valdez fooled and tricked. Now, did you see this, KO? Well, Lopez was doing this. He had the guard that he would point down at the mat, and Valdez would look and hit him with the right hand. Then he'll bang.
yeah. He was like,
Yeah,
what are you like? Why are you falling for that shit? But go,
right. That's what I'm
yeah, I
saying.
seen
He
that
fell
shit,
for
man.
that twice. I think 3 times. Then he went up like that, and he looking up and bam. So Lopez pretty much was boxing his socks off. But there go Valdez coming straight forward. Cause what happened was Lopez got himself caught in the corner. And that's Valdez bread and butter, baby. That's why he threw the overhand right, then the overhand left. Everything was thrown hard. And everything was thrown real mean attentions by Valdez. Now, Valdez always fight like that. He has the earmuffs on, and he trying to get low as possible. But see, that's a big mistake when you got a guy like Lopez, because Lopez is aiming for the head. And you bend the head down, okay, well, I'm going to sit there and hit you on the head like this. Bam, 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 and get out, and I'm back on my horse. I'm getting out of there. I'm going back to the left. I'm stopping. I'm going back to the right. Then I'm stopping. I'm firing. Bam. So, I mean, I think he did good. But Valdez had the most meaningful punches and the more eye-open punches. So, I think the judges got it right. But like I say, the lateral movement, that's great. Ring generalship, that does count for points. But you got to make the fight. You got to come to fight. And like he was running from the fight. All right. It's not like he didn't want to engage unless he wants to engage. And that's what the judges probably looked at. And so I think it got it right. I think it was closer than what they had it. And I think he squeezed it out. So.
Yeah, I agree with that. Shout out to my
Yeah.
guy TJ in the super chat with the $20. Says, my guys, what up with it, TJ? Salute to you. So Oscar Valdez, like everything you said was right. I still think, bro, his footwork, his he always whiffing on shots. He can't cut the ring off. Sound like a lot like Canelo Alvarez, and it makes sense that he's trained by
Same
Eddie
camp.
Reynoso. Yeah,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like he can't cut off the ring. He's there to be hit when guys decide to plant their feet and hit him. And like you, I thought Adam Lopez, if he would have actually been more aggressive, because he was making Valdez miss when he wanted to. He
Mhm.
wasn't aggressive enough, in my opinion. And that's always been the knock on Adam Lopez. Good movement, good
Mhm.
boxing skills, but something's always missing. It's a switch that he don't hit to get aggressive and turn that lateral movement into offense. When you make an Oscar Valdez miss that bad, that means you should be able to make him miss and then make his ass pay right after, bro. Like if you
Thank
can
you.
see it coming, if you can see it coming that good to where he's swinging all wild and shit, and you all the way over here by the time he's swinging, then you should be able to, you know what I mean? You should be able to make them. You should be able to stay close enough to where now you make them miss, and then you make them pay that way. So, I thought Adam Lopez left the door open for Oscar Valdez to get that victory. But in watching Oscar Valdez, man, in these last couple of fights, just look bad
Thank you. That's what I
and not
said.
really
Yeah.
and not
Mhm.
really have it. It makes me go immediately because I don't be forgetting shit. OG, it make me go to Miguel Burchell, the fight that he fought right before he popped dirty for that Conceição fight, and it just makes
Uh,
me wonder what was you on when you fought Miguel Burchell. Like it make me feel bad for Miguel Burchell in a way because I'm like, damn, bro, you look like a damn monster. You had muscles popping out your neck and shit. You was sharp. Your punches was crisp and shit. And you just look like a whole nother monster out there. But ever since your ass popped dirty, think about it. He popped dirty.
yeah.
He looked like
Mhm.
shit against Robson Conceição.
Yep.
Then he looked like shit against Shakur Stevenson. And we kind
Yep.
of gloss over it because we're like, well, Shakur Stevenson make everybody look like that. Okay, well
Mhm.
now you look like shit against Adam Lopez too, bro. Now,
Mhm.
so now ever since your ass done got caught, now you out here looking like hot garbage, man. Like I can't help but think of that when I think of Oscar Valdez. And on a side note, that's
Mhm.
Shakur Stevenson. Yeah, that's Shakur Stevenson best win. Shakur Stevenson too, Nakathila, and now Oscar Valdez. His wins didn't really age well last night, OG. I think we need to take a step back and see what Shakur looked like at 135 pounds because the Nakathila win, Raymond Murray just made him look, this win that Oscar Valdez, although he got the win over Adam Lopez was able to make Oscar Valdez miss just as bad as Shakur Stevenson was able to make him miss. So
Mhm.
I want to see Shakur against the top dogs at 135 and see what he looked like against some people that's really, really in there. Because the fighters, I
Right.
hate to say it, the guys at 130, they just ain't as good as the guys at 135, man. So
Right.
a lot of that shit, you know what I mean, could be a product of the weight class that you in. I'm not saying it is or isn't. I'm just saying that it's something to consider. We got about 45 minutes left, and we got to spend these last 45 minutes chopping it up on the main event, man. We got to
Mhm.
chop it up on the main event, OG. I got a lot of questions surrounding it. But first, break down the fight for us, man. Devin Haney, Vasyl Lomachenko, you called it. You was it. You was doing your thing. What's on that fight, Haney and Vasyl
You,
Lomachenko?
okay, you broke up. Okay, what'd you say? The first part. Okay, I guess the first part. Okay,
I was saying you called the fight.
yeah. So
Yeah,
I okay.
Vasily Lomachenko and Devin Haney. Just break down the fight for us.
Oh, okay. Listen, uh, uh, Devin had a great plan, and that plan was working. Uh, he went to the body. Now, I have to say, listen, Devin is a big guy. You saw that last night in the ring. All right. Yes, he is a big guy, and Lomachenko looked like he was his son. That's how big he was. Now, is he a weight bully? No, he's not. Okay. Now he just rehydrated up, just like everybody else. Now, Devin had a great plan. Devin had a great plan by going to the body. Then he got a great plan going downstairs, going to the left and the right. And then he was trying to throw the jab. But Lomo, the way he moves, don't forget, he's a two-time gold medalist. So he's not fighting no bum. I told you all. He's not old. He's not old. He's going to be in a tough fight. And he was in a tough fight. So, and that's what he did. Now, one thing about it is that Lomo was using his angles. So Deb had abandoned the jab. He took the jab from Devin. Why? Because Devin couldn't work the jab. Because Lomo don't stand in front of you like the other guys. Lomo don't stand in front of you like George Cambosa. So what Devin had to do, he had to change strategies. He had to go downstairs to the body. And he had the reach, he had the height, and he had the length. So that's what he did, and that's what he used. But in the middle of the round, and going back towards the end of the half of the fight, Lomo turned it up. And Devin kind of panicked. He kind of panicked a little bit. So I mean, like Blue Blood said, and like other people said, yeah, he panicked. Why he panicked? Because he didn't want Lomo in his face. And Lomo was all in his face and showing him using angles. Lomo knows how to not to get crossed over with the feet, right? With the orthodox and southpaw. So he jumped over and used his gloves to jump over and go to the next side. And now, matter of fact, Lomo was spinning Devin around. And he's the older fighter. And he started bagging Devin up. And that pretty much got Devin attention. And then Lomo, I'm gonna tell you right now. Now, I'm not coming hard on Devin Haney now, okay? But he didn't respect his power, not at all. Lomo did not respect his power. And he walked right into Devin. He walked him down. Now, if he would pretty much worried about the power, he would have stayed on the outside and tried to get in some way or somehow another way. But Devin kept and stuck to the game plan. And that's what he did. He worked the body, and that's what he had to do. Then when Lomo got close, he tried to catch him with a hook, but he missed him. Yeah, he did make him miss. And then Lomo came straight in and made him pay with the left hand. Now, Lomo had a great last half of the fight, but Devin had a good first half of the fight. Those body shots start weighing down on you. And now this is what I'm talking about. Now listen up and listen up real, real good. When you are cutting weight, and you going down from walking around at 160 to down to 135, and then that weight cut gonna come into play. It's gonna come into play in the later rounds. And that's what happened with Devin Haney last night. The later rounds, he wasn't the same Devin in the first or second round because that's that weight cut. That's that weight cut. And that's what messes up a lot of fighters. That's why you should be up at the weight classes. That's why weight classes mean something, right? So now Lomo pretty much was feeling good and he started turning it up. But Dev kept his composure. And you know what? And I'm very surprised at Devin Haney. I had to tip my hat off to him because he didn't panic. But once or twice when Lomo was pretty much landing, he went back to the jab when Lomo got hit with that right hand. And then, of course, then here come Lomo again. Lomo, attacking the body. Then he faint. Like I told you all, watch the right feet, watch the right foot. And he was pointing, man, faint, and Devin was biting off them feints. Then Lomo jump in with the 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, and they clinch. Then, of course, Lomo wasn't landing all those punches, but he did get a couple in. Now, of course, Dev went right back to the body. He always went to the body. When Lomo changed angles, bring it back to the center of the ring, Devin trying to catch the body as he was getting out. But sometimes he missed, sometimes he landed. So I think the body shots was the main factor in the fight last night. And I think the body shot from a bigger Devin Haney, that did the trick. I think Devin fought a good fight. And I mean, I had to tip my hat off to him because let me explain to y'all. Devin Haney, he wasn't fighting no average fighter. So, I know some people say, well, Devin been exposed, and I read all the comments, right? Devin been exposed and this and that. No, he hasn't been exposed. He fought a 2-time gold medalist. What do you expect? Of course the fight gonna be hard. You think it's gonna be easy? No, it's not gonna be easy. Yes, he fighting the best fight he ever fought. And he did, and he prevailed. So you got to tip your hat off to the young man. You got to tip your hat off to him. And he maintained them belts. So yes, I would love to see him go up now and wait. He accomplished what he's been waiting for. So I mean, of course the fight was gonna be hard. Everybody thought it was gonna be a wash, but it wasn't no wash. He haven't been exposed. He just fought a damn good fighter. A damn good fighter. So I mean, I'm sorry, but hey, that's how it is. When you start stepping up and weight, when you start stepping up in competition, oh, you're not gonna get the same old, baby. All right, you're gonna get the best of the best, and that's how it always should be. The best fight the best. So that's how I look at
100%,
it.
man.
Yeah.
All right,
So all right.
shout out Big Dog Willie. I'm gonna keep my camera off, y'all, because it keep messing me up if I turn it back on. So I'm here though.
No, you good.
Shout out
You
Big
good.
Dog Willie. Hashtag Con is back. Hashtag TWT with the $2 in super chat. He says anyway destroys Tank, Haney, and Roberto Duran. Facts, yeah. All right. Shout out to Charles with the $5 in super chat. Says looks like Haney doesn't have the pop to keep the elite fighters off of him. I don't think he beats Tank or Shakur. Shout out to Kilo Neater with the $10 in super chat. Devin looked nervous. Loma was in Devin's face all night. I had Loma winning, but I can see it with the close rounds in the first half to Devin. To be the boogeyman, he sure ran from Shakur. We're gonna get into all of that. I'm reading comments as you're talking, OG, and as I get ready to break down the fight. It's just funny because everybody that's saying Devin won, they're neglecting the work that Lomachenko did. Everyone that's saying Lomachenko was robbed, they're neglecting the work that Devin Haney did, bro. This is what it was, bro. Like I don't like y'all get so emotionally invested in the outcome of these fights. It's hard for you to take a step back and keep it objective. That's why you're here on the morning after show, because we're here to do it for you and give you the real perspective and give you what happened. So please hit the like button. But this is what it was, bro. Devin Haney controlled the first half of the fight. Okay. He controlled the first half of the fight, and I thought he won the first half about 4-2. And he was able to do that because he was able to land some body shots and he was able to put water in the basement early. Now, the issue was that while he's putting water in the basement with those blonde tips on his head, Lomachenko is landing left hands. He's landing left hands and he's pushing the action, and his shots are way easier for people to see because Devin's head is getting popped back and getting popped back continuously. So the key in the fight was that Lomachenko seemed to be the aggressor, and Lomachenko was able to use his feints just like I told y'all he would and crash the pocket, and he took Devin's jab away. Now, Devin was impressive in the fact that we've never seen him go to the body like that. We've never seen him be able to land that many shots on the body and counter to the body like that. But Lomachenko was able to land more on Devin, have greater successes for greater periods of time, and he took over the back half of that fight. And he took it over because Devin got a little tired. He gassed a little bit, and between rounds 9 to 11, Lomachenko was turning up on him. Now, I thought that Devin did a great job of coming back and winning the 12th round, and that's why I don't understand why people are saying either, and this is what I'm hearing, OG, and both of these stances are wrong, bro. Like, I'm hearing that Devin Haney won the fight clearly. No, the fuck he didn't. Or I'm hearing that Lomachenko was robbed. No, he wasn't. Loma was not robbed, and Devin didn't win the fight clearly. This was a 7-5 fight. Either way, me, myself, personally, I scored it a draw. It was very similar to Jermell Charlo versus Brian Castano in their first fight, where you have an argument that either person could have won the fight, but one person ended up getting the nod, and it's okay. Like, there's no issue. Matter of fact, I can tell y'all the rounds, bro. I gave Haney the first 2, Loma the second 2. I gave Haney round 5, Loma round 6. I gave Haney 7 and 8. I gave Loma 9 through 11, and I gave Devin Haney the 12th round. I scored the fight 114 to 114. If you tell me Devin 7-5, I ain't mad at that. But if you tell me Loma 7-5, I'm not mad at that either. Like, let's give credit to everyone where credit is due. Like you said, OG, Devin didn't get exposed. He was just in there with a very good fighter, and the fight was fucking tough. Like I told y'all it was be. That's why when people came over talking about, oh, Devin gonna knock him out in 10 rounds, or Devin gonna beat Loma 11-1 or 10-2. I'm like, you got to be out your goddamn mind. Like, I don't know what you've been studying or what you've been watching, but y'all bugging out with that shit. This fight gonna be close as fuck, and that's exactly what it was, because Loma has things to cause Devin trouble, and Devin has some shit to cause Loma trouble. Devin was very smart to go to the body though, and he did his goddamn thing, and he deserves for people to say that he won a close fight and not to be calling it a robbery, because it wasn't a robbery. As a matter of fact, the only judge that was way off was fucking Dave Moretti, because he would have been on point if he hadn't made the motherfucking wrong decision by scoring the 10th round for Devin. If he would have scored the 10th round in favor of Loma, like we all know Loma won that 10th round, it would have been 115, 113 on his scorecard too. He wasn't even off that far. So I hear you, Rock Bottom. He was only off one round, bro. He fucked up the 10th round. The 10th round clearly should have went to Loma, because he clearly won that round. But it wasn't no goddamn robbery, bro. It wasn't no robbery, and it wasn't no clear. Bella Faith, I hear you, but that was just because he scored the 10th round wrong. If he would have scored the 10th round correctly, he would have had 115, 113 as well. He'd had 115, 113 as well. But it was a close, hard-fought fight. These are the fights that we claim that we want. But this is what pisses me off, OG, and I want to get your take on it. We claim we want these fights, right? That we want these close, tough, hard fights between two of the best. But then when the shit gets over with, we got to talk about robberies or somebody got exposed and shit like that. If all we going to do is be negative after shit like this, instead of acknowledging, hey, it was a great fight. It was a tough fight. It was a very close fight that could have went either way. Devin got the nod. You know what I mean? If we can't acknowledge that, bro, then what incentive? If you Devin Haney, right? If you Devin Haney, what incentive do you have to continue to put on tough ass fights like this? If when you get a hard fought decision, everybody gonna boo you and shit, and everybody gonna act like you didn't put in work. You know what I mean? Like I don't like that we even have to talk about this shit, because it's too many extremes. Like, everybody need to calm down. I need the people that's saying Devin Haney won so fucking clearly. I need you to calm down and admit that your boy was in a tough ass fight and he barely escaped. Okay. All the people that's saying that Lomachenko was robbed and he clearly beat Devin ass and all that shit, I need y'all to calm the fuck down too. And I need you to admit that Lomachenko was in a tough ass fight and he put up a great fight, but he just didn't get the nod. If we can do that shit as fight fans, bro, we'll probably get more fights, because these fighters, they listen to us. They hear us talking. They hear all the shows and shit. They act like they don't, but they paying attention. And so when all we do is try to shit on the fight that we just saw, why should they give us a great product like this again? If all we gonna do is make excuses because the person that we wanted to win didn't win, or the person that we wanted to win didn't win as clearly as we had hoped that he would. You know what I mean? Like, that shit crazy to me. I didn't understand it. Let me catch these super chats, OG, and then I'll pass it back to you. Shout out to Presley Hunter Sr. with the $5 in super chat. Says, shout out to Dave Moretti for scoring at least one round in both the Tank and Dev fight. Totally wrong. At least he is consistent. Oh yeah, he is the one. He did score the second round 10-10 between Tank and Ryan. Yeah, somebody need to take his motherfucking judging credentials, bro. This motherfucker out here tripping. Shout out B Seminole with the $10 in the super chat. Says Dev became his own coach in them championship rounds. Bill got quiet on him. Bill needs some help when it comes to coaching adjustments, in my opinion. Oh, we went cheerleader mode. I was listening to KQ. I didn't hear that. They got Mickey Bay over there. They had Ben Davidson over there before. They got some good boxing minds over there. Shit, they need to get that shit together, because as he steps up, it's only gonna get more difficult. You're gonna need them adjustments. You're gonna need a good calming voice in your ear. Shout out to Ryzilla Jones. I'm just not looking at your picture, Ryzilla. You dumb as hell, man. Why you got Loma up there crying, bro? Shout out Ryzilla with the $2 in the super chat. It says KO, KQ, Kobe, and Shaq. The Abdullah Mason kid is nice. Yeah, I try to tell you about old Abdullah. All right, OG, I'll go ahead and pass it back to you, man. What else you got on it for we? I want to ask you about some shit Shakur had to say, man. Go ahead and talk to me. What you got?
Well, like I say, I pretty much said what I had to say. I pretty much said what I had to say. But I mean, listen, there. Like I said, I'm proud of the young man. Like I said, I'm looking at everybody last night, this morning, and everybody saying got exposed. No, it wasn't nothing like that. This is what y'all want, and this is what we've been asking for.
Facts.
Devin was in a tough fight. He wasn't fighting no Mason Menard. No, no, no. He was fighting a guy that had over 400 some amateur fights, a two-time gold medalist, a former champion. You got to step it up, baby. You got to put up or shut up. And that's what he did. That's what he did. You got to tip your head off to him. Remember, he was emailed that belt. Remember? He was emailed that belt. But now he showed everybody, hey, look, now what people got to say? He wasn't on the back foot. He could have easily been on the back foot. He could have easily put that stick out there and worked and used that lateral movement. But what did he do? He came forward. He came forward. And I even said, why is he coming forward when he got a jab? And he can pretty much keep Lomo at bay. But Lomo took that jab away. See, that what Lomo did good. He took that jab away. He was step, feint, up, down, bam. So I mean, he was fighting a gold medalist 2 times over, baby. So I mean, he did a great job. Now he did get nervous. He did. He got nervous when Loma was all in his face, hitting him with the straight lefts, and tagging that left and right eye. So so no one can say anything bad or good about both guys. Because both
Yeah.
guys did a great job. Both guys brought their A game last night. Both guys brought the A game. And you know what? I'm very surprised. I'm very surprised that Devin had the ring IQ to pretty much because what everybody kept saying, oh, he got a great jab, but he did work that jab, but Lomo, like I say, took it away. But he had the courage, he had the nerve to go straight forward. And then of course Lomo started bagging him up. And then there go Devin. He's kind of panicking with a minute. Then he got his confidence back. He started landing again. He started going back down to the body again. And that was slowing Lomo down. Because if you notice, in round 12, Lomo could have stole that round, but he didn't. Because he
Yeah,
was
if he'd have won that round, they would end up scoring it a draw because all three
yes, sir.
judges gave that round to get that round to
Devin.
Devin. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
sir.
And I
Right.
thought he won that 12th round. And the reason I'm bringing it up, OG, about robbery and shit, it's like when people use the word robbery, it loses its
Right.
meaning if you use that shit too much, bro.
Right.
And it's like
Right.
anytime somebody win a fight that somebody wasn't rooting for, that's the first thing they go to is the word robbery. Like, nah, bro, it was a close ass fight, 7-5 either way. Devin got the nod, you know what I mean? And it is
Right.
what it is, bro. Like, just give credit where credit is due. They don't take nothing away from Loma. Shit, he put up a better fight than even than a lot of people in this building thought he would. You know what I mean? I see my brother Dank Father in the building. I saw Nick J in the building. I see Jay Grant Jr. in the building. I was talking to Right Side last night. Like, Loma put up a hell of a fight than they thought he would. You know, some of
Right.
them had him stopping Loma. Some of them thought Devin was just
Exactly.
gonna watch Loma. You know what I mean? It was a good,
Right.
tough, close fight, and Devin got the nod, and that's what needs to be said. Like, I don't like close fights cannot be robberies. If you have it 7-5 on your scorecard, how the hell can it be a robbery, bro? Like, that means you
Right.
got one. That means you got the guy winning by 1 round, bro. And a lot of them
Exactly.
rounds was close as shit. So I don't understand it. But let me catch a super chat. Then I got some more stuff for us to cover. Shout out Planet
Okay.
619 with the $5 in super chat says, had Loma winning. Robbery is too much though. I agree. Even conceding Devin won, very few would bet on him to beat Shakur, Tank, or Martin after that. We about to get into that. But first, I want to ask you, because I thought Hunter had a great question. Hunter says, after that performance, do you consider Devin Haney number one on the pound for pound list? OG, if you had him on your if you had a pound for pound list, where you putting Devin now after this performance, beating Lomachenko? Where would you rank him on the pound for pound list right now?
Oh, wow, man. I got to think about that because, one great fight, one great performance with one great fighter don't put you on the pound for pound list. Okay. At least it don't put you number one. Put it that way. All right, you gotta do a little bit more to put you on pound for pound list. Now, yes, I took my hat off for him. He did a great performance last night, but I like to see a little bit more before I say, hey, he gonna be number one on the pound for pound list. But I got him pretty much. If I would take a guess right now, I would say maybe around number 4 or 5. And that's how I got him. If we talking about all the weight classes, or are we talking about just the lightweight? So
Yeah.
that's
I
how.
think at minimum, to answer your question, Hunter, I think if you ain't got them top 10, you probably hating. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I think somewhere after that performance, how close the fight was, how good Loma did, but Devin still retaining his belts, defending undisputed for second time against a former pound for pound fighter, future Hall of Famer, 3 division unified champion, and Lomachenko, who was himself. Like, I don't want to hear shit about him being old or washed. He was himself in that fight. He fought a damn good fight. So defending against that caliber of opponent, I think you got to have him top 10, bro. I think somewhere between, if you got him anywhere between 4 and 7, then I think that's about fair. I think that's about fair. He got to crack your top 10 list though. If he ain't cracking your top 10 list, then you just hating on that young man. That's how I see it. But when you get to, you know what I'm saying, when you get the top, to me, when you get the top 1, 2, or 3, those is dudes that's destroy. You know what I'm saying? They destroy shit. You know what I mean? Like they ain't no close shit. Like they doing what Jermell Charlo did to Brian Castano in their second fight. You know what I mean? When you get to them top 5, they doing what Earl Spence did to Udenis Ugas. You know, like they doing what they wrecking shit and running through shit. And I thought Devin won, but with the fight being so competitive, no way I could put him number 1. You know what I mean? No way I could put him number 1. But top between number 4 and number 7, that's where he will fall somewhere, in my opinion. You got to at minimum have him top 10, and you just hating. But that's to answer your question, Hunter. Now we had an interesting party in the arena. We had
wait. Before you get to that, real fast before you get to that.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Now, you had alluded to about how people had Lomo get washed. How Lomo, and I have seen also Devin in 7, Devin in 6. Now that goes to show you the level of competition he was fighting, and of course we know what Devin's capable of doing, and we know what he has done. But last night, I think, was a performance that we never seen before. All right, he had done things that we never thought he can do. I mean, yes, he took some shots. All right, so that showed you that he got some type of chin.
Facts.
Okay, so I mean, then he pretty much had to abandon that jab. So that shows you that he got some type of ring IQ. So he know how to go to another level. So that goes to show you that, hey, maybe Devin ain't so bad. Maybe he is catching on to this boxing thing. All right, maybe now he's gonna get better and better as he fight better and better competition. Because I'm telling you right now, he's not gonna hang around 135 no matter what happens. But we're gonna talk about that next.
This is what it is, OG, and I'm not. This is his moment, so this ain't me being harsh, but this is just the reality. This is what it is. Devin Haney is a very good boxer, but he's not the walk on water. Can't nobody touch him. I'm 12 zipping everybody. Ain't nobody got my level of skill. He's not what his staunchest fans say he was. Like the next coming to Floyd Mayweather, untouchable. Can't nobody see him. Best jab ever. Unhittable. Ain't nobody gonna get no. He's not that, but he's a very good boxer with very good skills, and he can get in there and he can fight and he can box with anybody. But the idea that some had that he can just run through shit and what nobody ever gonna touch him and he ain't nobody can be competitive with him. That shit going out the window. And I told y'all that. Like, but he's a very good fucking boxer, bro. Like it's no, you cannot take that shit away from him. He's a very good boxer, but unhittable. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that people can't be competitive with. He Tank ain't got no chance but to stop him. Shit like that. Like all that shit. Like dudes can't get with him. Like, we gotta stop that shit, bro. We gotta stop that. He's a very good boxer at distance. Showed that he can turn up his body attack. But somebody that like I hear all the time, Tank Davis just got a puncher's chance. Stop that shit, bro. or he box circles around Shakur Stevenson and Shakur Stevenson can't get no rounds. Stop that shit, bro. Like he very good, but what that other shit, we got to keep it 100. He's
Right.
not that, but very fucking good, and he deserve all the credit in the world for that. Shout out Bo
Yeah.
Desi, the late bloomer, with the $2 in the super chat, says, was this their fight similar to T.O. versus Loma fight? Oh, that's a great question. OG, you want to take that one? He wants to know. He wants you to compare T.O. and Loma fight to Devin and Loma's fight. What do you see? Do you think it's similar to that?
Yeah, you know what? I say it's a little similar. Why? Because Lomachenko, he did the same thing in the Lopez fight. He came in the back end of the fight. He pretty much turned it up in the Lopez fight, just like he did in the Haney fight. He pretty much came in and did what he do, and that's what he did last night. And then, of course, but it was a little bit too late. And just like with Devin last night, that was a little bit too late. Now, of
Mm-hmm.
course, if he would have took that 12th round, but them body shots, once again, them body
Yeah,
shots, he was tired.
he put that water in the basement on his ass for
That's
sure.
right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Devin was from a distance with the body shots. Once they clinched, he was working at uh, right inside. So don't buy shots, they pay off, and I don't know, might pay off in the round 10 or round 12.
Nah, it
But
paid
now,
off in round 12. Hey, you 100 with that one. That's what won him. Like if you scored it for him, that's what won him the fight, bro. Now I gave
yeah,
Loma some rounds earlier that maybe some other people didn't. And I scored it a draw, like I told y'all. But
once
that's
again,
what got him. To me, you can point to those body shots as to probably why he got that 12th round, man.
right.
That's probably why he got that 12th round. Real talk, like you ain't lying, man. Shout out Ricky Cooper with the $10 in super chat, says Bill Haney and his cohorts always denigrating and focusing on Tank before their fights when they should be focused on their opponent. I hope they learned the lesson. Knockout OG. Nah, I don't think so, bro. Like that's just part of it. One thing I will say is that they'll really get in and fight. So as long as you like, it's one thing to talk about somebody and you won't fight them, or talk about somebody and you ain't trying to fight the best. Like
Right.
as long as they win and keep advancing, talk about who you want to. I would just say stand on it. We about to get to those couple of points right there because I heard some things after the press conference that we do got to address. Shout out to Sean T with the $5 in super chat, says this is why we have to see the best fight the best. How can we know how good these fighters are otherwise? 100% factual. I totally agree with you on that one, Sean T. All right, OG. So a couple of things we got to get to. I got to talk about what's next for Devin. We'll do that last. But first, I gotta address Shakur. Shakur came in the ring, said some interesting things. He said Devin ran from him. He said he came in the ring and they were supposed to holler at Devin. Devin ran out the ring. He said he want Devin next and that Devin easy work. He said he felt like Loma won the fight. This Shakur Stevenson. He said Devin ain't on his level, but he hopped in the ring to try to holler at Devin, and he says Devin ran off. But just give me your thoughts on Shakur Stevenson and what he said and kind of him kind of calling out Devin and wanting Devin to stay down there at 135 with him. Don't talk about whether or not you think Devin should stay because that's my next question. But just talk to me about Shakur. What you think about what Shakur hopped in the ring and had to say, man?
Well, Shakir, I'm very surprised, right? Because they've been knowing each other since the amateurs, since they was basically kids, and now Shakir moved from 130 135. Now 130 is totally different than 135. 135, I mean, is better fighters down there, and they hit harder. Now, of course, Shakir, he knows good and well that Devin, they wasn't running from him. Of course, he's trying to make him look bad and trying to make himself look good. I get that. That's boxing. That's what they do. And of course, everyone's going to stand there and let him call him out because we don't know what Devin's going to do. So therefore, Shakira was trying to let the whole world know that Devin don't want that smoke. That Devin get out the ring before he even can say anything. I mean, but it is what it is, and Shakira did the right thing. He got in the ring and said, hey, I want that smoke. Because that's what a fighter's supposed to do. A fighter's supposed to get in that ring if he can, but that was a top ranked event. He's a top ranked fighter. So he got in there. And of course, Bob also. Bob wants Shakira to be that next Lomachenko.
Hmm.
That's what he wants. Yeah, yes, he like Tank or whatever, and probably think he's a good fighter, but he don't care about Tank. He care about Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah,
He's
because
care
that's his
about
fighter. Hell yeah,
so
100%. Yeah,
yes, sir. So that's how what I think about it is that maybe Shakur should have said a few nice things. Said besides saying, well, I think Devin lost. Well, that's your opinion. That was just a
like,
shot,
god damn, bro. Like
right?
you just that's
I
supposed to be
mean,
your homie and shit.
right. That was a shot. That's all. That was
Yeah,
a
it was.
shot at
Yeah, it
the
was.
Haney's. Matter of fact, it was a shot more at Bill than Devin. So I mean, he could have toned it down a little bit. That's all. But that's just bad. That's just banner talk. That's just
Yeah, yeah,
banner
yeah,
talk, and they're just hey, I want that smoke. I ain't running for nobody, and so who knows who he might fight next. But I tell you one thing: when you get in that ring with Lomachenko, all right, and a lot of people haven't done that, but some people have. All right. And once you fight him, man, and you do a good job or beat him, man, then you might be something special. Unless you Lopez and just go off the handle and just go, woo, but still and all. I mean, when you've been in there with a great fighter like that, it don't have to be Lomachenko, any great fighter, you're going to learn something. And I guarantee you, Devin Haney learned something last night that he can take with him.
yeah.
So that's how I look at it. Yep.
100%. Shout out to the OG Mr. Mon with the $5 in super chat. Says the rounds that Loma won against T.O. was one-sided in my opinion. Shout out to Devin Sonier with the $5 in super chat. Says they saying he gonna fight Tank different. He gonna mysteriously keep distance against Tank if they fight. Yeah, and I saw that, Devin. My thing is, bro, like at some point we got to give fighters credit. Like ain't nobody choosing to make fights more difficult. I hear this shit all the time. Like I hear it with Devin Haney fans, and I hear it a lot with Terrence Crawford fans too. And I'm not saying they have anything in common because I don't think Devin is ducking any smoke, but the fan bases are more so like, oh, Terrence Crawford, he'll use lateral movement against Earl Spence, but bro, I ain't seen him do it in 5 years. Well, it don't matter. He'll bring it back because he can do it. It's the same thing with this Devin Haney situation. Oh, he ain't gonna fight Loma like that. Or, oh, he ain't gonna fight Tank like that. You think he'll fight Tank like that? At some point, can we just acknowledge that maybe Loma pressed him into having to fight like that because he's so good at applying pressure and using feints and coming forward and closing the distance with his quick foot? Like he didn't do any of that shit by choice, bro. He was forced to do what he had to do. So to just act like he gonna do some shit and fighters can't force him to fight a certain way. That's what being a very good fighter is. Sometimes you ain't gonna be able to just be comfortable and keep distance and be able to fight how you want to fight all the time. And Devin showed that, hey, okay, I can be uncomfortable, but I can still counter you to your body because I don't like the way you coming in on me. But let me counter you to your body. I'm gonna put some water in the basement. I see you having success up top, but I'm gonna keep doing what I need to do to make sure that I'm scoring too. And it paid off for him in that 12th round, bro. But nah, this notion that he's somehow just gonna do something different, like, bro, he is who he is. He's a guy that as he's gone up in competition, when he was fighting the Morans and the Jojo Diaz's of the world, I can keep my distance. It's easy for me to use my jab. I'm so much better than you. I'm gonna use my distance. As he's fighting a Loma, possibly a Shakur, possibly a Tank Davis, it is going to become harder for him to fight the way that he wants to fight. That is the nature of fighting stiffer competition. As Tank Davis fights a Devin Haney, possibly a Loma, possibly a Shakur, it is going to be harder for Tank Davis to do the things that he likes to do because he's fighting better fighters. As Shakur fights a Devin Haney, fights a Tank Davis, it is going to be harder for him to do the things that he likes to do because he's fighting better fighters, bro. That is the name of the game. That is what happens in fights. So this notion that he gonna somehow, okay, now I'm gonna go back to I'm gonna be a master of distance against this dude that's probably better than the last dude that I just fought. Like, nah, bro, y'all gotta wake up, man, and stop that shit, bro. Shout out to BN Boxing News with $2 in super chat. Says Loma figured out Devin too late. Devin won 7-5 on two judges' scorecards, and a lot of people see it that way. BN Boxing News, and I ain't mad at that, bro. Again, I had it a draw, but if you tell me Devin won 7-5, I ain't gonna argue with you. It ain't something that I'm willing to debate. You know what I mean? So, but about the Shakur shit.
Okay, hit that like button, everybody. We like 150 short of likes. All right,
yeah, we got to
over
get the likes up. We got to get the likes up. We only
man.
got two more topics. I got to get my take on Shakur. Then we're gonna talk about what's next for Devin Haney. Shakur Stevenson, man. You said a lot that I agree with, but me, I love it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to fight, then I like why give him credit? Like if Devin don't like what Shakur said about him, then fight him, bro. You know what I mean? Then just stay down there. If you don't like him saying that you lost, if you don't like him saying that you ain't on this level, if you don't like him taking a shot at your daddy, then fight him. Now I don't want that fight. I want Tank and Devin. I don't want that fight at all. But we talking about Shakur right now, right? So for Shakur, something is off, bro. Because all I keep hearing from, because I heard Devin and Bill say, you know, hey, 135, 147, we'll see Shakur, whatever. But Shakur keep talking like he want that shit right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He talking like he want that shit right now. So for me, should he have given Devin his moment? I mean, that's up for debate. Devin fans certainly think so, but at the end of the day, it's a competition, and Shakur Stevenson is there to try to be a champion. He's there to try to talk himself up. Boxing is not a team sport, so I ain't got no problem with it. Y'all know how I give it up, bro, and I'm gonna keep the same. Like if Tank don't like what Devin and his daddy say about him, y'all know I think Tank should fight him. If Devin got a big enough problem with what Shakur hopped in the ring and did and what he said and thinking that he lost to Loma and saying he ain't on this level and saying what he said about his dad, then go shut his ass up, bro. Like that's all I really think of it. I ain't got no issues with it whatsoever. Shout out Schizo Paul, $5 in the super chat. Ken Mayweather Sr., please rejoin the camp. Damn, you don't think it's going good, bro? You don't think it's going good? Listen, man. So this one is gonna be probably the most debatable topic coming from this whole situation for the next 2 or 3 months until we know what Devin is gonna do, what Tank is gonna do, what Shakur is gonna do, and that is this, OG. Should he stay or should he go? God damn it! Like he's non-committal, and it's crazy, right? Because I heard Jay Grant Jr. I remember my brother Dank Father. I remember Right Side. Everybody was upset when Tank Davis was like, "Yo, we got to go back to the drawing board. We got to do this shit, do that shit." Well, I heard Devin Haney say he got to go back to the drawing board and shit. You know what I'm saying? After the performance last night, I find it funny that those same people aren't talking about his comments about going back to the drawing board. But whatever, bro. Y'all got it. Do y'all thing. You know, different strokes for different folks. I just want y'all to know that I know that y'all don't keep that same energy and don't nothing get past me. But I remember the shit like yesterday. It was a lot of people. You know, Tank said, "Hey, he got to win," and I hollered at him after, and we got to go back to the drawing board. Blah blah blah. All the shit that all of them say. And they was killing Tank, OG. They was on his motherfucking helmet, bro. Hey, why he say
like
that?
To push, just like to push.
They was on his motherfucking helmet. Now Devin getting that press conference, say the same goddamn thing. I got to go back to the drawing board. We got to see if it makes sense, if it make that, if it make this, then. And I don't hear that same energy. It's funny, you know what I mean? It's very funny, man. And I agree with you wholeheartedly, Jason. Devin has the best resume between him, Tank, and Shakur. His resume is the best right now as far as what he's actually done. It's not even close. But what I wanted to ask you was this, OG. Again, should he stay or should he go? You know, his fights down there that he say he wanted 135. We all know how he looked on the scale. We all know what they were saying leading up to the fight about how they stand at 135 for the foreseeable future. Now he's not as committed to it. If what do you think he should do as a fight fan? Well, no. Let's do it like this. As if you're a fan of his, or if you're him, if it's him and his well-being, what should he do? But then also as a fight fan, what do you want him to do? Talk to me, man. What you think about that?
Man, listen. Devin did this 3 times. He squeezed down, and he admitted that he walks around at 150. All right. Now, think about, just say 150. Forget about 160. 150. You squeezing down to 135. That's just like you wearing a size 12 and trying to get down in a size 3. You know, and of course, you know, that ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work with Devin. See, now it's starting to play a part in his performance. Now, don't think he was running out of gas just because the body shot, you know, the body shots or whatever was going on in the fight. No, that was cause of cutting weight. Okay, now that's not enough time to rehydrate up to your normal size. That's just not enough time. Even though he still look big, but weight classes are there for a reason, and they always have been. I've been saying this for 2 years. They are there for a reason. You can't make the weight no more. Oh well, time to go. It's time to go. And I get it. You want that big fight. You want the big names, but you cannot make that weight. And now keep this in mind. All right. Like the neck bone connected to the backbone connected to the ass bone. You know what I mean? So now, therefore, your weight cut gonna start messing with your internal organs. You're gonna start messing with your body. So you're gonna have to say, hey, you know what? Hey, I'm at to meet him at 140. I'm sorry. Because I just can't make the weight anymore. It's tiresome. And he took 2 times to make weight. Now, of course, some people said it was more than that, but they're not telling you. But I believe it though. I believe it because he is a big guy, And I'm not saying he's a weight bully or anything like that. It's just that it's time to go, baby. It's time to go. And you was undisputed. You never would have that erased. It was always been in the record books. And now, like I said, always listen, Frank Martin. All right, he's gonna be there. All right, because he's short in stature. Lomo is not going anywhere because he's just 28 years old and he just not going to grow anymore. All right. So he's going to be there. Tank Davis, it's going to be there. All right. Now, Shakir, he's going to be there for right now because he just got there. But he going to sooner or later, he's going to move up to 140. And then that's when you meet Shakir. Because they are both still young. They both still got time. So that's what I want to see. I want to see them go at it and get into it. Now will Tank move up to 140 just to fight Devin? It's a possibility. It's a possibility because once again we are fight fans and we want to see the best fighting the best. That's all. That's all we want to see. And we seen it last night. Okay. Well, now it's time to move on. It's time to move on. It's time to go up and go up and go up. You know what I'm saying? Some people do it just for the money. Some people do it just for the belts. But he needs to do it for his body. He needs to do it for his performance. Because sooner or later, that weight cut gonna mess with your performance. And then you're gonna be drained. And then next thing you know, you might just get knocked out because you're drained. Or you might run out of gas. I mean, anything can happen. So that's what I want to see. I think that should be next. I think he alluded to it last night when he said he's gonna go and pretty much talk to his team and see what's next. Well, I know what's next. What should be next? Go up, to 140. Now you can talk your ish all you want to. You can say this and that, but right now, you're messing with nature. You're right. You're messing with your body. Okay, and I don't care what nobody says. All right, this ain't no damn liposuction. All right, you can't get that done. All right, so I mean, and yes, you can cut weight, but you can't do it 4 times. 4 times? Come on now, 4 times, and you rehydrate up. Man, you are messing. You going in dangerous territory. I'm telling you right now. So, but that's how I look at it.
I ain't mad at that, OG. I got a whole different take though, and I'm explaining to everybody why. You know what I mean? Shout out Big Dog Willie. Hashtag Con is back. Hashtag TWT. $5 in the super chat. Is Bill Wolf Ticket Haney going to move his son up to 140 because Devin look gas? I don't think cutting weight is good for him anymore. All right, so this is my thing. From you, OG, from you, I'm perfectly 101,000% okay with that take because you've been standing on that and you've been saying that from the time that you and I've been talking about whether or not he should move up. So from you, I totally understand that because you've been reasonable throughout this entire process with the way that you've looked at it. You've been objective about it, and you've always reasonably said, "Hey, man, he needs to move up. He looking like he's struggling. He need after shit. You've been saying this shit since the first Cambosos fight, bro. You've been saying this shit for a long time. So from you, I got no problem with it. No problem with it because you've been standing on that, and that's what you've been reasonable about the whole thing. But the issue is, it's a lot of unreasonable people that's all of a sudden becoming reasonable. It's a lot of unreasonable people that's all of a sudden, now you understand what's reasonable. Oh, okay, he can't make weight no more, but so he should move up. But you guys didn't understand what a rematch clause was. You didn't understand that when you was calling everybody a duck. You know what I mean? You didn't understand that shit. Now you understand contracts. I mean, now you understand that, hey, his ribs was showing in his back at the weigh-in and shit, so he can't make weight. Now you're reasonable, but you weren't reasonable when they said, hey, he got 2 fights against Kambosos and then he fighting Loma. You weren't reasonable then. Now all of a sudden that Tank is right on the horizon, or Shakur could be right there. Now we reasonable people. Now he can't make the weight no more. Now we got the same people that were saying Shakur didn't really want it. The same people that were saying Tank don't really want it. Now that they are realistic and it could actually happen and it ain't just talk no more. Now all of a sudden we reasonable. But just a minute, but just you know what I'm saying? 6 months ago, rematch clauses didn't matter. Tank ducked him because Devin would have dropped every single belt that he had to fight Tank and move up and shit. Shakur ducked him because Shakur somehow couldn't make weight at 130 no more. So he should have just petitioned and shit to fight him at 135 because Shakur knew that he wasn't gonna make, like, all of this unreasonable shit that people was pushing. All this unreasonable shit. Now we reasonable people. Now all of a sudden, oh shit, man, you know, he just too big for the weight. He just too big for the weight. Now y'all done all of a sudden you got brain cells and shit. Now all of a sudden your logic and your common sense is working. That shit crazy to me, bro. That shit crazy. I don't understand it, bro. And the crazy thing is, OG, I think he should move up too. I think he should move up because he looked bad. It's just funny to me to watch people that were so unreasonable that paint all these bullshit, false act. Like, people were literally saying Shakur Stevenson ducked Devin Haney because Shakur Stevenson missed weight against Robson Conceição and he knew it. And so he should have, instead of fighting Robson Conceição and trying to make weight, what he should have did was use his belts and petition to fight Devin Haney. And since he didn't do that, he ducked Devin Haney. Like, people were literally saying this shit to me, bro. Like, on behalf of Devin Haney. I had people, OG, admit to me, hey, I've never seen anybody get out of a rematch clause if the person wanted the rematch clause. Well, I'm like, well, how could he have fought anybody but Kambosos? Well, you know, no, Tank ducked him because he could have proved that. He could have proved that he couldn't get out the rematch clause if he would have sent him a contract first. All right, bro, whatever y'all say. But now those same people, oh, man, he should move up. He can't make the weight. He can't do this. He can't do that. All right, bro, y'all got it. I think he should move up. But I'm just asking y'all, keep that same energy. Don't all of a sudden get reasonable now. Right. Don't get common sense now and get reasonable now, bro. Now y'all want to be reasonable and shit. Shit crazy, bro. I just, the change in energy with some of y'all, bro. It'd be funny to me just to watch you waffle and flip and flop, all depending upon who the fighter is, man. Y'all will do that shit in a heartbeat. Now all of a sudden the same OG, literally, like, I'm not even making this shit up, OG. The same people that was like, man, y'all heard Devin standing on business. Devin said he's staying at 135. He put Tank on notice. He put Shakur on notice. He said he ain't going nowhere no time soon. Them same people today, OG, man, he should move up, man. He just can't make the weight no more, man. He should move up. You know, it's bad for him. He's just not making the weight no more. He weak. You know, this is the first time he ever gassed out, and now he's just like, damn, what happened, bro? What happened, bro? Like, what's going on? Why the change in energy, bro? Like, I just, you know, I'm like you. I've been saying, man, he should move up. Matter of fact, I want the Tank. I want to fight with Tank at 140 pounds, because all they gonna do is make excuses when Tank do what he gonna do to him. Shakur, you're a little too late. You just got to 135. If Tank wants to fight, he can send Devin an offer at 140. That's how I really feel. I'm just pointing out y'all hypocrisy, bro. Don't get mad at me. Y'all know y'all on that shit, man. Y'all the same ones that were doing all that shit, bro. Y'all running around this motherfucker, man, and talking big boy shit. Oh, yeah, he's staying at 135. Devin let him know because Devin want the big fight. He staying at 135. He want all the smoke. Tell Tank, come on, Devin, holding the belts hostage. We got all the belts. All right, cool. Great job. Now today, oh man, let's move up, man. You got to move up 140. There's plenty of smoke for him at 140. He got options. All right, bro. All right, y'all got it, man. Shout out Ricky Cooper with the $10 in super chat. So y'all telling me all the disparaging shit they talk about Tank is okay for him to go to 140 if Tank say, let's go. That's all I'm saying, bro. At what point do we ask these fighters and these teams to stand on the shit that they said, bro? But shout out to Devin Sonier back in the super chat with $2. Says Coach Kenny was at that fight last night for a reason. Yeah, man. I hope it's all I know is this: if he move up to 140 and Tank don't send him an offer, then they ducked each other. But if Tank send him an offer and he still move up to 140, then I hope y'all to keep that same energy. That's all I got on it, man. You got anything else, OG?
No, sir. That's all I got on it.
All right, man. Hey, let me say this real quick. Before we give last words, y'all be sure it's 433 people in the building. Some of y'all, if not everybody in here, is competing in the TKO World Series of debates. I got the bracket pinned to this chat. I'm gonna keep it up there. And y'all be sure to know your schedule. If you miss your debate time, I'm not rescheduling it, bro. I got a lot of debates I got to get through for round 1 and round 2, and we got to get this shit going because I'm not trying to have this shit going for months and months. I'm trying to get this shit done in a couple of weeks. So the bracket has been up on the community page. It's up there. I did a video about it. The last 3 or 4 live streams that we've done, I've had the bracket up there so everybody can know their topics. Everybody can know they you know what I'm saying, what time, what day they stuff is. So there's no reason for you to miss your debate. So please make sure you show up on time, ready to show up, ready to show out. Shout out to Dog Money with the $2 super chat. Says knockout time for debate. You and BF set it up. We done debated twice. He won one. I won the other one. We will be debating the third time. Just stay in tune to the channel so you can know when that's dropping. It will be sometime this year, though. Me and BF gonna get it in again. Shout out Xena360 with the $20 in super chat. Says if Devin got in the ring with Tank and Tank refused to square off and left the ring, he will be called a duck and never hear the end of it. What happened to if he mad? Do something about it. The rules keep changing. Damn. Shout out my brother Xena with the $20 in super chat. All right, OG, go ahead and get your last word, man.
Man, I will be live once again. I'm gonna get me some sleep, man, because I did 9.5 hours calling fights yesterday. But you know what? It was fun. You know, I mean, I told everyone back in January that this is going to be a year of boxing. And this year was great so far. And I mean, yeah, it might be a lot of pay-per-views, but that's okay. We still getting boxing. And we still get great fights coming. We got Clarissa Shields coming. We got Cool Boy Steph coming. I mean, we got even Jamel coming. Yes, I mean, we got a lot of great fights coming. So, I mean, this ain't nothing yet. I mean, you ain't seen the best yet. So I'm going to be there every fight on Saturday, no matter if it's morning, noon, or night. I will call that fight, just like I called those 2 fights this past weekend.
Yeah, man, you did your thing, man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. And so I will be live tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m. on Central Standard Time. And that's Monday through Friday. Yes, sir. So, and we are back at it again this weekend. All right.
Yes, sir.
I thank everybody for showing me support yesterday. I thank everybody in the Cash App, Super Chat, and also a few people that joined the channel. So I want to thank you all. I appreciate you all. So with that, all right, with that, man, you have a good one, man. You and your wife, y'all have a good Sunday. And everybody in the chat have a good Sunday. All right.
Yeah, man. Y'all have a good one, man. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Congratulations again to the undisputed champion Devin Haney, man, pulling out that win last night.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see what he do next. And let's see what lightweight do. Lightweight is jumping right now. We had Abdullah Mason and Raymond Muratalla, man. The division just looking thicker and thicker. So y'all be sure to tune in and to the channel. Hit the like button. You know what I mean? Check out our live streams. We'll be live about 4 times this upcoming week for the debate tournament. So be sure to tune in to that, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. We're dropping content daily, so hit the like button on that. Join the channel as a member. It's 360 people still in here. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel right now. Subscribe to KQKC Boxing Network. And let's keep this boxing thing going forward, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. And with that, We out of here. Peace out, KQ. I'll see you next time, man.
That's it. Peace.